Hi. That was the wrong scene. Welcome to Monday, everybody. Hey there, Thea and Aika and Kai and Jay and Drifty. How's everybody doing? Hope your weeks are off to a good start. Kai grabbing first today, but Thea with a quick chat. I just got home, had one long day, work, then doctor's appointment. Oh, geez. 7 more days of work, then 2 weeks off. Nice, nice. Cass has become a cat cam. I just can't see my buttons over or like beyond my scroll with this frame, so or with this stand, so I had to guess. I thought I was pushing the right one, but I was not. Oh well, it's fine. We survived. Look at what I got done yesterday. I was so excited. I filled in all of this, the remainder of this, and then all of this yesterday. So Orc Commander's completely done, and this leg of the Witch King is done. So we're gonna fill in the 310 here tonight, for sure. And then we'll probably have to start heading back down to the bottom, unfortunately. That's where we're at. If we have time to even go anywhere after this 310, honestly, because there's quite a bit of it. I also did almost 800 stitches on Ghost Army today. Started the second page. Because I didn't feel like working on Rivendell. Dealing with blends. I moved the hoop, started the second page on Ghost Army. Did 198 on him last night. Nice. Full stream of 310. Okay, what did I do to deserve that? I just said we might not have time for anything else. I mean, I could spend the entire stream on it. I don't particularly want to, but we gotta finish this square and then the halves over here. Anyone here also has a hatred for microfiber and can give tips on how to use them without skin contact? You can wear a rubber glove. Pretty much it. I went to work on him this morning, but ended up running my son through every dungeon in the Legion experience. And I took a long nap. Very nice. You have an ear infection? Oof, that's rough. I'm sorry, I hope it heals quickly. I scheduled our flu and COVID vaccines for this week before they try to completely get rid of them. and are successful at doing so. I normally like to wait until later into October, but just want to get it done and over with. Turns out friend doesn't have flu, it's COVID. I figured, or I kind of wondered if it was. Yeah, so Friday my arm might not be the happiest. We're streaming, but oh well. Better to get reprotected while it's still here. Fine, just in case about a test if I feel shitty. I know the limited reporting data that's here now is showing that we're in another pretty high spike right now of COVID. Not that you would know it because nobody pays attention anymore. But I still care. Sparkbit. Hey Moth, how's it going? 3 bits. 4 bits. And 5 bongo moths. Future roomie, when I told her she could move in, her reaction was so cute. Nice. A moth over here being the count from Sesame Street. Moth, I just saw your last picture in your Discord today about deciding to be done with flying. How come? Bad at keeping up with Discord. That's not mine. And Jay, did you see that video I tagged you in? Oh, gotcha. No, it's fine. It's not like super important. I just wondered if you watched it. It is. The video just makes it so silly because it's like really a complete song until it's Karya's solo time. And then it's like he's just there in the video. It's so funny. Yeah. I maybe binged through a lot of Lord of the Lost discography last night and I was really enjoying it. While I was stitching away, which I was also super hyper focused on and didn't want to stop stitching to go to bed on time. Just struggling with the cost versus reward and the stress danger factor. Valid, valid. Did your house sale go through, at least? I was kind of guessing so since you were returning your internet stuff. Bonk. Couple more days. Nice. Jade is sleeping up in the tree behind me. Can't say I'm a pilot, but I've flown solo a bunch. Nice. Corn. That one. Kiddo and I watched the Roadhouse remake yesterday. I've never seen the original, so I had really honestly no idea what it was about. It was alright. It was too long though. It did not need to be 2 hours. One, two. Never seen the Swayze one? No, I am not. An interesting video. Did you just watch The Graveyard? Classic you need to see. Watch the remake, is that not enough? I don't think I could sit for another 2 hours of that. Generally look at the video section, that's fine. OG's better. They only have a slightly different rating in IMDb. Yeah, OG has like a 0.5 star, I think, higher. 6.7. The remake's at 6.2. Too many don'ts. Yeah, I understood what you meant. Roadhouse. Kiddo and I watched the remake yesterday. I've never seen the original, so I didn't know what it was about, really. I knew the reference from Family Guy. So I had like a echolalia point of saying a roadhouse every once in a while. Not as much as I used to, but I don't know if you've seen that, James. All I know is it's got Patrick Swayze in it. I don't know who else is in it. Sam Elliott. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of Swayze films. I never watched Ghost. I've seen Dirty Dancing, and I'm fairly certain he was in Donnie Darko. I didn't see Roadhouse. I haven't seen Ghost. I can't think of what other prominent movies of his there are. Not Ghost. I've at least seen clips from Ghost. No, I haven't seen Point Break. Guess my mom probably wasn't a huge Swayze fan. I feel like she liked Ghost, though. Ketchup on Swayze. No. I don't know the reference in the Avengers. I've only seen the original Avengers movie. Is it in that one? I probably missed it. I don't remember anything of that movie. Anyway. Dancing Scene Song. That one. Played at my dad's funeral. Having the time of your life? I've had the time of my life? At a funeral? Oh, from Ghost. Oh, okay. Alright, that makes more sense, probably. I was going for Dirty Dancing. It's one where Iron Man calls Thor Point Break. Yeah, probably went over my head. It is a bummer when songs get memories attached to them and feelings with those memories. I have a couple of songs that I like refuse to listen to because of the memories that it brings up. My ex tried to tell me that means I wasn't over whatever happened. He would get annoyed at me about it. I was like, it's not like it was anything bad. I just don't want to listen to them because I don't want to think about that time. Someone called again with Pony Boy and the guy from Karate Kid. Who's Pony Boy? Yeah, I was vibing with Lord of the Lost, catching or browsing through their discography last night. I didn't realize that they were also on Eurovision quite some time ago. Which makes sense why they collabed with Karya. Some of their stuff's a little bit too screamy for me, or the screamy parts just are in bad parts of the songs. But overall, pretty alright. Tom Cruise and Emilio. I don't watch Tom Cruise movies. Outsiders? Nope. Maybe I've just never really been a fan of action movies. Wearing my glasses on screen is too far away. Sounds backwards. But I know what you mean. Version's Gen 1, right? It's Meowth's evolution. Nobody puts Pally in the corner. You to watch that video. I do enjoy the song. I will say I don't really enjoy Karia's part of it. But I like the song outside of that. The video is just funny to me because he's just like... he's just kind of there at the end. Doesn't really fit. Didn't enjoy his part there. I like Karia. I like his newest song that he came out with. I just don't like his part of that song. It doesn't fit. It doesn't go very well. It feels like an afterthought. The rest of the song's been stuck in my head most of the day. Go. I think it's time to get a new needle because this eye keeps shredding my floss. things are not cooperating. I need longer arms. Oh, what did I push? Oh, hopefully nothing bad. No, you know what? I'll put those 2 needles away later. Because I don't know which one is my old case right now. Are you the old one? No. Ugh, it's obnoxious. Alright, whatever. Ow, that hurt my shoulders. I'm in like mini denial that it's the last week of September, that it's very nearly October. Gross? What is this? How did we get here? Oh, that's what I forgot to look up. I was gonna try to look at my city's office webpage and see if I could find out any info on what they've been doing with the trees in the yards, because they spray painted my tree with a blue dot and my neighbor's tree with a blue dot, but not all the trees on my neighborhood, so I don't know what they're planning to do to my tree, and I would like to know. I did notice today that it is sick again though, and that made me feel bad because I didn't notice all summer. You just turn it back. Potentially, I mean, it is over some power cords. But they were already in like my alleyway next to my house trimming not too long ago, so I don't know why they didn't just do it then. There is a branch, like one of the large branches that kind of hangs over my roof that I wouldn't mind them lopping off. Oh, a squeaky new needle. I don't understand why these needles squeak for a little bit when we first start using them. It's like the opposite of what they should be doing. Should squeak at the end of life. I was super confused the other day because they like were across the street at my neighbors and they just started hacking away at one of their small trees that isn't around anything. It's just like a small tree and they just went up to it and started like hacking away at it. I was like, it's not even on the tree yard. That's not even city property. What are they doing? But I just noticed my little blue spray painted dot on my tree today. And I was like, be cool if I could just get some info, you know? A little heads up. We've been here 5 years and they've never touched my tree. side note, the fact that I've owned this house for nearly 5 years is pretty wild. Thought they always need to do that before doing anything. The way that my city is like ordinated, I guess, I don't know, like we have a personal yard-ish space, and then there's a front yard-ish space, but that's the tree lawn, and the tree lawns are city property for whatever reason. So like the city manages the trees. So they don't really have to tell us anything. It'd just be nice. Like, we're not supposed to put any signage or anything, like, out in the tree yard. Like, tree lawn. It's not a very big space, typically. I'd say that, but my parents' tree lawn was pretty large. Yeah, technically, at least that's always how I've understood it. But they don't maintain it. Like, it's still our responsibility to maintain it, apart from the tree itself. But like any grass or whatever, that's all our responsibility. Grass, snow, blah blah blahs. Their sidewalk, yeah, so the sidewalk's between the 2 yard spaces. And they do plow intermittently in the wintertime, the sidewalks. They didn't do the best job at it last year. Technically, I think we're supposed to shovel the sidewalk in front of our house as well, but what's the point when they're gonna send a city tractor through it? We do keep ours pretty maintained though, because I feel bad for the post workers. Tree lawns are typically for water lines and such. Ugh, I'm so glad that this top section is nearly filled in. I'm not looking forward to going back to the bottom, of course, but it does feel really nice to have this part accomplished now. This week's PCG is being why? What is it? Need to wonder trade 5 fire Pokemon. Oh, rough. Alright, Aika, have a good shift. Catch you later. Picked up my groceries today. I said this in Cat's channel already, but it's fine. Picked up some groceries today. Oh, you got candy. And I got some grapes for the first time in a while because they were on sale. They're so freaking tasty. It's basically what I ate for dinner. Was grapes. It's been a weird food day for me. I had fried pickles for lunch and I had grapes for dinner. Kiddo's been wanting carrot cake, so I tried to get one of their like 5-inch carrot cakes from Walmart, but they didn't have any, so they just gave me this 2 slices, and then I discovered when they got here that they have crushed pineapple in them, which is weird and not what I want in a carrot cake. I taste tested it. It does not taste like carrot cake. So I don't really know what that's about, but I guess I'll have to actually get some carrots and stop being lazy. I meant to make carrot cake quite some time ago and I just didn't cause effort. Yeah, Walmart for some reason puts crushed pineapple in their carrot cake slices. I don't get it. At least there wasn't raisins in it, but still. And the Moondrop grapes still. I've never tried those. No, it's not okay with pineapple in a carrot cake, right? Doesn't feel right at all. It doesn't really have any spice to it. The cake itself, it's really like, I don't know if it's just too cold, but it didn't really taste like much of anything. Hey cat, how's it going? You get fed up with stitching on Balrog on stream? How does cinnamon work with pineapple? It doesn't have cinnamon in it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. What's the problem? It's got no spice level to it. It's just wrong. Hey Sandy, how's it going? I'm fed up with stitching in general. I mean, valid. You stitched like 11,000 stitches last week. And having bad coffee today probably wasn't helping either. Right, it does have carrots as the second ingredient. I will give them that. Sugar and carrots are the first two ingredients. So, like, at least there's that. Let's see. Let's pull up the list. Okay. Sugar, carrots, bleached wheat flour, of course, soybean oil, eggs, cream cheese, crushed pineapple, brown sugar, vegetable shortening, soybean oil, blah blah blah, margarine, baking soda, cornstarch. Oh, it does have cinnamon in it, but it's all the way down there. Cinnamon, salt, natural and artificial flavor, high fructose corn syrup, yellow 6, yellow 5, and blue 1. Oh, that's for the carrot on top, probably. The little piped carrot. So yeah, very little. Even the cream cheese frosting didn't really taste like anything. I think it needs to warm up though. Maybe once it's warm, because it's refrigerated, it'll taste a little better. But yeah, definitely an odd one. Won't be getting it again. Need to stop being lazy and make my own. Ugh. Pepperoni spinach calzone will make things better. Yum. I'm curious to see if Legs will wake up before stream ends and make tuna helper he was wanting to make earlier today, but then got too tired. I've never heated up carrot cake. I'm not talking about actually like warming it, just like letting it come to room temperature. Hello, bear. With your tail against my leg. That's cold cake and like room temp cake can have quite a difference in flavor. Hey, Bear. Bear, why you gotta disturb JD? You guys had so much cuddle time on the ottoman earlier. I'm curious though if there's pineapple in the 5-inch one. I didn't even look, because why would there be? No, that one sounds so much better. That one sounds like actual carrot cake. That one's got sugar, flour, shredded carrot, vegetable shortening, vegetable oils, cream cheese, liquid whole eggs, liquid egg whites, water, baking powder, cornstarch, salt, nutmeg, caramel color, cinnamon, whey, baking soda, margarine, molasses, vinegar, cloves, and ginger. That's the last 2 ingredients. So yeah, that would have been better, probably. It might have been too spiced, maybe. That's so weird. I didn't think there would be such a difference between the two. What's pineapple in it? The only cake that I've made that I've put pineapple in, you know, aside from like a pineapple cake, is a hummingbird cake. But that's coconut and pineapple. Sounds a little better, but ginger, it was literally the last ingredient. It's probably nothing. Plus cloves, ginger, nutmeg. Those are all like spices that go just well together for a spice cake. Cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, ginger. Typical pairing. Ground ginger isn't like as strong as ginger paste or shredded ginger. I always go for ginger paste when I'm cooking like Chinese themed foods. Like our orange chicken calls for fresh ginger, but that's too strong for me. I don't really like how much it overpowers, so I just use paste. I think I would notice. I absolutely hate ginger, although I need to try the winter edition of Red Bull. It says, wait, how are those related? Is there ginger in the winter edition of Red Bull? Apple ginger. Hmm. Only ginger I like is gingerbread. I do not like gingerbread at all. When we were testing making gingerbread cupcakes, ugh, I hated it. I hated taste testing so many of those. They were ugh, so gross to me. Love them. It's Christmassy to me. At least with your Pokemon challenge, just have to like be on Twitch and trade one every day this week, basically. For 5 days this week. Unless you don't have any fires that you're willing to part with. Then it'll be more challenging because you gotta wait for one to spawn and catch it. It reminds you of your crampon. Not happening. What's the reward for it anyway? Anakin. Nice. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get much definition of the second leg. There's some confetti in here, so maybe there will be a little bit more than I'm thinking. I quit stitching earlier on Ghost Army because my fingers were hurting and I had hoped that they'd cut it out, but they're still hurting now. Didn't even stitch that much yesterday, just 647. I don't know why I'm having a stabby pain in the side of my head. But it can stop anytime. Wasn't that much, and it was spread out over the day. I spent like the first 6 hours of the day playing Dark Cloud 2. And then I stitched for like 2 hours. And then we watched half a Roadhouse. Then I went to go get cat food and dinner for us. And that took for freaking ever. I got home, I ate dinner, watched the second half of Roadhouse. And then I stitched for like 2 more hours. Then forced myself to go to bed. Point being, they've had worse days. There's no reason why they should be hurting. Yeah, the fingers being a little bit in pain are making me stitch a little slower than I'd like. Not too bad, but we're only working on one color. It should be a little faster than it is at the moment. Almost done with the space with the 310. Finally. We're down to only 28,217 total stitches of 310 left. Make it 100,000? No. I don't remember how many there were to start. How many were there? So bright. 55,630. So we've done not quite half of them. 27,413. Looks like 337.1 is the runner-up, second most stitches at 36,640 overall. And a few in the 20,000 range, and the 10,000 range. And the rest below, so yeah, 310 was the most. Why does this song kind of sound like shoes squeaking on a basketball court? I guess horn jammy tune. And decide if I stitch over 9 with 3371 and complete area, I'll probably pick out the 9 down on the left side that's by itself at the moment. Or leave it. It's a tough decision. If it's not too many spaces in the completed section, stitching over it probably won't make a huge difference. Or like, either way, like you could leave it probably. I don't remember what size you're working on. I find that one strand covers pretty easily and it doesn't add too much bulk to it. 2 strands is a little bit bulkier. Wait, about 1 strand. Then you'd probably be fine to just cover it up. You could always do like a test area, like with the left side that you're planning on ripping out anyway. You could just do like a test block or whatever and just kind of not really, just like waste and start, stitch over a couple of rows and then just pull it out if it doesn't look good. Figure out that way at least you know like what it looks like. Do I smell it's 310 break right now? We have been working on 310 all night. Yes. No, she's like smiling. Oh well, not anymore. Now she knows she's on camera. Huh. Easy. She's just staring. Yes. Hi, Isla. How's it going? Probably due to head hanging off it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I suggest. Just test it out in the area that you're already planning to pick out anyway. Then you can tell, like, if it's gonna add too much bulk. More than you want it to, or if it'll look fine. Not too bad right now. I have a wild color mix break right now. Gotcha. I've just got these last couple of squares here with 310 in them for now. There's still a bunch over here, of course, with the robe, but I don't know. Don't know where I want to go next. If I want to do the confetti here in the boot to get the Witch King's leg done just in this area, or if we should just go down and start working through confetti hell. I kind of feel like at least finishing off the boot, like finishing off this triangle on the outside of the pole would be a good thing. Really appreciate working on Family Circus right now, but my mind wandered towards Dreamcatcher already, so I don't know how many days I can decline the urge. Whatever makes Brain happy. Cross-stabbing project. Thanks, Thea, for that gift sub to Isla. Hanging back, gift sub just giving me the pass. Yeah, it started while typing. I got kind of scared because it was so loud. Thought about subbing after cleaning this mess on my desk. Wasn't discounted for September? Hmm. Celebrate September. Save up to 30% on new subs until October 1st. Apply only to the first term of new recurring paid subscriptions. Prime or gift subscriptions converted to paid subscriptions, monthly subscriptions, upgraded to multi-month, or recurring tier 1 subs converted to tier 2 or tier 3. Bonus gift subs apply only to new 1-month community gift subscription purchases of 5 or more. They probably changed it because I can like trigger gift sub discounts for like, I don't know, something like 75 hours per year or something. Is there any update with Blurb? I don't think so. They haven't sent me anything. At least. You're supposed to get 75% off. It's just not working. I don't know why. Really expensive birds on Friday. I've changed things. I really just need to get rid of it. Honestly. Like, I know you love jump scaring when it works, but I don't know. This doesn't seem to be worth it anymore. Yes, not. Maybe now it's active again? For some reason it said that my profile wasn't active. I have no idea. Jump scares and trusty knives. Universal extension? What does that mean? I don't know. I have it set to active with prices off, but it just doesn't. If it's not discounting or it's not letting you play it, I don't know. I'm gonna just get rid of the dang thing. Need to just set it up within Mix It Up so that if you redeem a certain amount of bits, it just does it. But I never quite know what all you're gonna dig up for scarability. Dang, I really thought this was gonna be the last strand of 310, but no. It's not gonna make it. Maybe my fingers are being silly because I was actually physically writing things down yesterday. That would be silly. I don't write things as often as I should these days, but shouldn't be that upset. That's just sad. I'm just gonna say it's from stitching. Oh. Okay. Are you serious right now? Kind of hoping that next month Until Dawn will be like actually having a decent sale on it. I'd like to play the remaster, but I do not want to buy it again for full price. Games have become expensive if it's the big games. Yeah, they're finally starting to push the price higher after all these years. It was a lot when they went from 50 to 60, and now they're going from 60 to like 80, 70, 80, sometimes higher. Yeah. Grateful that they stayed price locked for so long, but still a bummer. Now they re-released Until Dawn at $60, which I think I initially got it on PS4 for like 20, if not free with PlayStation Plus at that point. And I know they did the remaster of the graphics and making it for PC and changed up the storyline a little bit, but meh. I don't think I'll get new Pokemon though. They made it for old Switch too, which is nice. I think if you own a game, you shouldn't have to pay full price again. That'd be nice. Me and my 18 copies of Skyrim, I swear, at this point. I bought Skyrim on like every platform. Also, hey Bandit, how's it going? Terrible, frankly and honestly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope things get better soon. Just buying games in a shop. We basically don't have any place to buy them nowadays. Games are bought online. Yeah. Whoa, Jay, that was not it. Took Calypso to the vet this morning and she had an aggressive form of cancer. Treatment can run in thousands of dollars with a less than 10% chance of positive outcome. Armed with this information, I made a very hard decision to have her euthanized instead of continue to suffer. Most likely be getting another cat, but I'm not sure when. I'll have to look around the shelters, see who wants to adopt me. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry, Bandit. It's always so hard. That's what happened to my cat from that I got in college that my mom stole from me. He stopped eating for like 3 days. She took him to the vet and he had a lump in his mouth and it was just a aggressive bone cancer. Had to put him down right then and there. She took it very, very hard, as one does. And then she found her cat at a shelter like within 2 weeks, I want to say. I thought it was pretty quick, but she wanted another to help process her grief. It's the 310 around the legs. Still got a bit of thread here. Which direction do I want to go with it? I think I'll try to make it down to the base of the basket, maybe? I don't know if I'll make it that far. thank you for that raid, Rabbit. Welcome on in, Raiders. For those who don't know me, hi, I'm Cass. I'm the Lord of the Rings Stitcher here on Twitch. We are working on Return of the King as usual, though it doesn't look like anything at the moment, I realize. But welcome on in. How's everybody doing? What are y'all up to? Two, three. Rabbit, thank you for that raid. What were you working on today? If you need to raid and run, of course, feel free to do so. Thanks for bringing everyone on over. Working on a Rabbit on the Moon cross stitch by Sleeping Luna. Nice. Very fitting. Okay, let's bid farewell to 310 for now. Served us well for the majority of stream. Now it's time to work on other colors again. Still dark colors, but let's just work on filling in as much of the other leg as that we can tonight. And then we'll have to head back down to the bottom. Go ahead and do after stream things. I'll be like, yeah, sure thing. Do your thing. Oh, we said a whole stream? No, I said it may be the whole stream. Depends on how much we get through. But we made it through it all in 2 hours, so. Well, through all what I planned on working on anyway. Make a whole stream. There's more. You don't want to fill in gaps. You don't want to fill in gaps. You just want 310. So demanding. All y'all 310. Fine. That's another hour. I can't come any straight. What?
You do need another drink.
Voice of contrariness. Oh goodness gracious. Ugh, there's so much down there. So much here. Alright, we're gonna do some camera movement. Hold on. See if I can get it to cooperate, because it's being stubborn with my scroll tonight. It's already threaded. Okay. Cool beans. Alright. Speaking of writing things down, yesterday I was writing down Dark Cloud 2 stuff for our current playthrough, and I'm just writing away, thinking really hard about what I'm writing and like what paths we're taking, and this pill bug comes out of nowhere, starts crawling across my paper. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Where did you come from? Get up, take it outside. Like, where? I was so baffled. No idea where it came from. Spawned out of nowhere. Thought process behind this: once you start working on 310, do as much as you can, because if you do more now, there's less to whine over later. I haven't been whining about it today. Serving a purpose right now. Fill in this area. And it did on Friday, so much 310, but I don't wanna. I didn't want to go into it on Friday now. It doesn't matter. When am I not whining about stitching? Wow, look at that. 388,000 even, you're right. That's rare to catch it on the full 1,000. Only 12,000 away from 400,000. That's bonkers. We did finally make it to 58% as well. I did end up looking at how long we've been in the 50% range. On Saturday, we hit 50% at the end of April. So we've been in the 50% range for 5 months. It doesn't feel great, but it is what it is. Seems wrong to me. Somehow you've done big numbers since then, I feel. It just takes so many stitches to move a whole person. That's the problem. That, you know, I slowed down in stitching, so. Could have been in the high 60s if you had subscribed to Island Drill Lessons back in the days, right? I know. If at the beginning of the year or all year I had been able to do, what was it, 1,100 stitches every day, we could have finished it this year. That would have been too much. But we should still be over 400,000 by the end of the year, and that will feel... I don't know how that's gonna feel. It's gonna feel very weird, I think. Honestly, when starting this piece, I really wasn't sure how far we get. Obviously, I hoped to be able to stick with it. I think you can say you did stick with it by now. I don't know. I don't think we're in the clear. Anything can happen at any time. There's a higher than not probability that we'll make it through it at this point, but you never know what life's got in store. Not counting my chickens before they hatch. Oliphant is actually just right here. We're so close. And so far. Tempting. Not really. A little bit, but I don't know. I feel like we're going at this section so oddly already. Mostly because of the directionality of the basket has driven me like diagonally. To this like giant top section and then go back to the bottom and then go back or work towards the right again. Eventually it'll all line up again, probably. Or maybe not. Who knows? I don't. By the end, it will. I'm actually pretty heckin' hungry now, finally. Just unfortunate. Now it's late. Only 8, that's not that late for a meal. Yeah, but it'll be 9 by the time I'm done with stream. And then the time to make things, it'll be pushing probably 10 o'clock, depending on what I decide to eat. Cake sandwich only takes about 15 minutes. True. Possible. Ooh, you know what? I could really go for an egg and bacon bagel sandwich. Can't snack guy help out? He's sleeping. I kinda hoped that he was gonna be awake by now and that he'd make the tuna helper that he was wanting to make earlier before he got tired and went to bed. But he hasn't woken up, so guess not. I don't want to make bacon this late though, so maybe just an egg and bagel. Bagel egg. As my stomach growls at me. Yeah, I know. Always time for bacon. Should probably actually make some because I tried to wake Kiddo up at 5 and he definitely went back to sleep. So he hasn't eaten dinner yet either. This household, we're so dysfunctional. All of us. I'm probably somehow the most functional, which is mildly terrifying. And exhausting. Sometimes I get tired of being the functional one, handling all the mental load. You won't be shopping at Lowe's anymore. Why? Only had like 3 hours of sleep, falling asleep, not stitching, guess early bed. Have a good night. Alright, Sandy, hope you get some good rest. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you later. Decided to close your card account? Strange. Alright. Oh, This is the last connected line. Now it's gonna split on me into 3. Cut another strand of thread. Went through another 6 strands. Big hiccup. One of my friends said he had never heard of a credit card company closing an account that was being paid on nowhere near the credit limit before. I have no idea. So you could call them tomorrow and ask why it was closed. Oh, they sent you a letter. Reasons are stupid. Credit score dropped too low. Wasn't paying it off fast enough. The other credit accounts my name were too high of a balance. If you were making your payments on time, though, it shouldn't have mattered. What were they doing digging around in your credit? Sounds like they were looking for a reason to close a bunch of accounts, maybe. Our socials have been leaked too many times this year. I have all my credit branches locked down. Below half the total credit limit. Jade's snoring hard. Where's a bear? Hi. Okay, that's Bear. Jade's in the back bed. Kiddo finally woke up. Look. Oh, goodness. Another strand down. Almost 500 stitches of 310 tonight so far. Not the most amount of time remaining. Happy about that. Finish the strand. I got over 1K, so I'm gonna cut it for today. Alright, Isla, thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest. Catch you next time. Brings back the memories of trying to type one last message to the person you're talking to and they just go offline. You don't get to send the message. Hit us with the G2G and the door slam immediately. I'm just teasing. Fine. Hey, JD. What's up? You good? Got something on your fur. Your scratching post. Can I get it? You're not supposed to run. Trying to help. My shoulder's being crackly. Yeah, she hit me with the hard pass on that one. She's like, don't touch me. What are you doing? You getting it? Getting something over there? Playtime? Zoomy time? Shadow in the kitchen, so I said Luna turned to look at me, and now she's on the bed with me. Oh, at least it was Luna. it's a bit of stitches. Did not know Draco was on the other chair still. I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. I'm hungry. But 557 stitches at 310 tonight, not bad. Bringing us up to 388,221 total stitches. 58.09%. Not bad, not bad. Got a whole little area filled in up there. Got some nice fill under the basket down here. And let's add this to our spreadsheet. Last week of the month, so I really gotta push some stitches because we're only at 8,500 stitches for the month. 10,611 with the other projects, but only 8,552 for this project. With me on the map. I'm getting out of here for the night. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me as always. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Have a good rest of your week, and I will see y'all next time. Good night.